buenos dias, and ahoy. Welcome to AmeriKnížky, the series about beloved American books by beloved American authors about topics that are relevant to American culture. For Women's History Month, we are going to now be talking about a book that's in a slightly different genre. Bad Feminist by Roxanne Gay is a series of essays. Other books we've looked at are novels, other books we've looked at are historical nonfiction, and now we're looking at essays. Roxanne Gay is a famous American writer whose writing has been featured in Best American Mystery Stories, Best American Short Stories, Best Sex Writing, A Public Space, McSweeney's, Tin House, Oxford American, American Short Fiction, and Virginia Quarterly Review, as well as many others. She has written several books of nonfiction, as well as several novels. She's a contributing opinion writer for the New York Times, has been celebrated for writing the novel An Untamed State and the nonfiction book Hunger. She also is the author of World of Wakanda, a graphic novel written for Marvel. In this collection of essays by Roxanne Gay, she takes us through her journey of evolution as a woman of color, while also taking readers on a ride through the culture of the last few years, the last decade rather, and commenting on the state of feminism today, how it's different than the beginning of the feminism movement in the 1960s. The portrait that emerges is not only one of an incredibly insightful woman who is continually growing to understand both herself and our society, but also an analysis of our culture. By our culture, I mean America, of course, but it also can have some relevance for general European and Western culture. Bad Feminist is a sharp, funny, and spot-on look at the ways in which the culture we consume becomes who we are, and it's an inspiring call to arms in all of the ways that we still need to do better. You can expect in this book such essays with titles as The Careless Language of Sexual Violence, What We Hunger For, The Illusion of Safety, The Safety of Illusion, The Spectacle of Broken Men, A Tale of Three Coming Out Stories, The Solace of Preparing Fried Foods and Other Quaint Remembrances from 1960s Mississippi, Thoughts on the Help, Surviving Django, Beyond the Struggle Narrative, The Morality of Tyler Perry, and The Last Day of a Young Black Man. To close, I would like to share some quotes from this book with you. When feminism falls short of our expectations, we decide that the problem is with feminism, rather than with the flawed people who act in the name of the movement. I embrace the label of bad feminist because I am human. I am messy. I am not trying to be an example. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm not trying to say that I have all the answers. I'm not trying to say that I'm right. I'm just trying to support what I believe in, trying to do some good in this world, trying to make some noise with my writing while also being myself. A woman who loves pink and likes to get freaky, and sometimes dances her ass off to music that she knows is terrible for women, and who sometimes plays dumb with repairmen because it's just easier to let them feel macho than it is to stand on the moral high ground. I'm a bad feminist because I never wanted to be placed on a feminist pedestal. People who are placed on pedestals are expected to pose perfectly, and then they get knocked off when they fuck it up. I regularly fuck it up. Consider me already knocked off. Somewhere along the line, we started misinterpreting the First Amendment and this idea of the freedom of speech that the amendment grants us. We are free to speak as we choose without fear of prosecution or persecution, but we are not free to speak as we choose without consequence. Pink is my favorite color. I used to say my favorite color was black to be cool, but it is pink. All shades of pink. If I have an accessory, it is probably pink. I read Vogue, and I'm not doing it ironically. Those are quotes from Bad Feminist. Keep reading, my friends. Nerds conquer the world.